Here we go again with eggs. Should we embrace them or reject them? Well, it all depends on which study we choose to look at. And there are plenty of studies. Some of them link egg consumption to cardiovascular disease. Others praise eggs because of their nutritional value. If anybody wants to jump on the eggs are good bandwagon, well, there is one rolling by right now. It is being pulled by a study from Greece that suggests 1 to 3 eggs a week can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, but only in conjunction with a diet low in saturated fats. Back in 2001-2002, some 3,000 middle-aged Greeks filled out food frequency questionnaires about the foods they had consumed during the previous month. Well, this right away drops the usual fly into the ointment because filling out such questionnaires is a challenge to do it accurately. People have a hard time remembering what they ate yesterday, never mind what they ate last month. Also, they tend to report what they think they should have eaten instead of what they actually ate. In any case, 10 years after the survey, medical records were consulted and people who had developed cardiovascular disease were identified. The incidence was 18% among those who consumed less than 1 egg a week, 9% among the ones eating 1 to 3 eggs a week, and 8% among people consuming 4 to 7 eggs a week. Well, curiously, when saturated fat consumption was factored in, only the 1 to 3 eggs per week group retained the benefit in terms of reducing cardiovascular risk. The other two groups seemingly ate enough saturated fat to cancel out the egg benefit. Does this study answer the question of whether eggs are good for us or not? Of course not. That could only be answered by a long-term study that compared groups eating a set number of eggs with one that consumed no eggs. Even that might not be conclusive because adding eggs would mean adding calories, unless the eggs were replaced by some other component with the same number of calories. But then that would raise the question of what that replacement should be and what role it plays in health. As with so many issues in nutrition, we're stumbling around, hoping to make an educated guess. What does this study add? Almost nothing. If you already have a diet low in saturated fats, you may derive a bit of a benefit from eating 1 to 3 eggs a week. If you eat 4 to 7 eggs, it still isn't harmful, but there may be no benefit. And if you want to add another fly to this ointment, you can also find studies that link egg consumption with an increased risk of cancer, but only if you eat more than 7 a week. So what's our overall consensus? It is the total diet that matters, and up to 7 eggs a week can fit into a healthy diet. Limited processed foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and if you like, eggs. And that for today is our Cup of Joe.